I'll go through conjugation, the verb building process, step by step, starting with conjugation chant 1. After this, I'll just call it conjugation 1, conjugation 2, etc. Conjugation 1. To conjugate a verb is to list a verb with all of its endings. But we can't list it with its endings till we have a stem to add the endings to. So that brings us to C2, conjugation 2. How do we find the stem of a verb? You take the RE off the infinitive, like this. Conjugation 3. 4 principal parts: present, infinitive, perfect, perfect passive participle, or supine. We need that to find the other stems for this verb, but for right now, our job is done. So the next step is to build the conjugation scaffold. I'm going to keep this stem because I want to be able to check. But I'll flip my board and build a conjugation scaffold. It takes 5 strokes. 1, 2, 3. I'll put a C in the corner for conjugation. 4. Cut this big chunk in half. 5. Two numbers, singular, plural. 2 numbers, singular, plural. That's for the headers. And for the rows, 3 persons. First person, second person, third person. 3 persons. First person, second person, third person. Now we're ready to bring our stem from the back. Quickly checking, it's da. Moving on to conjugation 4. The stem and the dash. The stem and the dash. Hi-ho, the derry-o, the stem and the dash. The plural gets it too. The plural gets it too. Hi-ho, the derry-o, the plural gets it too. Conjugation 5. Write the basic meaning, kitty corner. So, flipping to the back, do means I give. Dare, the word we originally wrote, means to give. Take away the RE, it just means give. So, we're writing the basic meaning give, kitty corner. Now we have the stem and the basic meaning. It's time to add the endings. Conjugation 6. OST, mustis enti, present tense. OST, mustis enti, present tense. And for you third graders who are hearing the slightly newer version, OST, mustis enti, active voice. OST, Mustis enti, active voice. Endings are the same. We're just emphasizing something different about them. The important thing to know is the endings. Now, the English part of the endings. I, you, he, she, or it, we, y'all, they. I, you, he, she, you can abbreviate, that's fine, or it, we, y'all, they. As you can see, Latin does it the reverse order from us. First, they give the basic meaning, the action, then they give an ending to show who's doing the action of the verb. So just to make that very clear to us English speakers, we move on to C8. I'll go back and do C7 in a moment. C8 is trap the pronoun with the ending. So we'll trap this pronoun with this ending. We'll trap this pronoun with this ending. These pronouns with this ending, etc. Now, going back to C7, over time, the first person singular probably sounded like this, dao, but because vowels tend to shift over time, eventually the A was lost. So we have C7 to remind us of that exception. The O eats the A alive. By A. And there's one other thing. English has no endings to indicate which person's doing the action of the verb, except in the third person singular. He, she, or it give is not English. So we have to add, I'm going to destroy the scaffold a little bit here, an S in here, which can only mean third person singular. That's C9. C9 is just a quick check where we put it all together because we've been building it part by part. Here you go. I give, you give, he, she, or it gives, we give, y'all give, they give. One more time. I give, you give, he, she, or it gives, we give, y'all give, they give. And then as a final exercise, if you have time, let's just bring it back to the Latin in its complete form. Do, I give, do. Das, you give, das. Dat, he, she, or it gives, dat. Damus, we give, damus. Datis, y'all give, datis. Dant, they give, dant. So your challenge after building one of these verbs on your paper homework conjugation scaffold is to make it a different action. So keep the endings, keep who's doing the action, but change what action they're doing. All you need to do is change the stem in this corner and the basic meaning over in this corner. And I think you can figure that out because I've seen you do it in class. So I'll stop there.